there guys, Dexter here, and I've got a cool little thing on the hi-hat for you guys to try. So, taking away the bass drum and the snare drum, the rhythm we're going to play on the hi-hat is apple, coconut, coconut, apple, apple, coconut, coconut, apple. But we're going to lift up our left foot and play an open hi-hat on the nut of the coconuts. So, apple, coconut. So, lifting that foot up, apple, opera voice, what do you think? Apple, coconut, coconut, apple, apple, coconut, coconut, apple. But we're just lifting up that foot there, just trying to get comfortable with that left foot. Because a lot of people kind of ignore the kind of things that you can do with the hi-hat. A lot of people just leave it kind of closed, maybe do 1 or 2 open hi-hats every so often. And it's just because it's more fun putting extra bass drums and snare drums in. But the texture that you can get with the hi-hat shouldn't be ignored. You can add a lot to it. So anyway, but just focusing on that group of 3. Coconut. So 2 closed hi-hats, then lifting it up just before you play that last one. And if you want a little bit more force from it, what I tend to do is I actually accent that open hi-hat. I play with the tip of the stick on the top for the closed hi-hats, and then when it's open, I actually use the shoulder of the stick and push into the cymbal a bit, just so you can see it kind of bending there, just to give it a little bit more force. I don't want coconut, coconut, I want coconut! Opera voice, again, anyway. But, coconut! So I'd like a little bit of force on that. So if I'm putting in the effort of doing an open hi-hat, I want everyone to know about it. It's that kind of thing. So again, I'm using my fingers, top of the stick, and then I'm kind of dropping down with my arm to get that louder note. So, but that's the pattern on the hi-hat. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and. And then we're going to put just some bass drums and snare drums with it. So starting off, beat 1, we're going to play bass drum and hi-hat together, followed by a hi-hat. So apple, or 1 and then the snare drum's going to come in with a closed hi-hat, another closed hi-hat, and then our open. 2 E and, coconut. And then beat 3, we're going to do the same thing we just did there, but with a bass drum instead. Bass drum and hi-hat, another hi-hat, and then our open hi-hat. 3 E and, coconut. And then the last beat, snare drum and hi-hat, and a hi-hat together. 1 and 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 and. 1 and 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 and. And of course, if you really want to get the hang of that kind of right-hand pattern, you could just spend time just working on just doing that the whole time. But just as an added challenge, switching between straight notes and then that little variation, that's a little bit trickier as well. So just focus on the problem area if you're having trouble trying to get that. So, but that's the pattern. Anyway, so I'm just going to do a short solo, just doing this in a couple of different places. You can also use that kind of thing on the ride, but rather than an open hi-hat, you can put the bell of the ride cymbal on that 3rd note. So coconut, coconut. So, and just kind of pick it up a little bit. So that's another option that you've got there. And plus, if you want to get more into kind of using your right hand to play different variations, you can check out my course, which is cleverly titled Right Hand Variations. So click the join button, become a channel member, and you'll give you access to all of the courses, including that one, which I think it's got like 11 exercises in it, which again, progressively getting more difficult and just helping you to make your right hand have some different patterns. So anyway, so short solo now, just demonstrating it in a few different ways, giving you some ideas. And there we go. Have some fun with that one, guys. Subscribe if you're new. Check out the channel membership stuff if you want access to those exclusive courses. Can't talk. There we go. And by the way, if you guys stuck around to the end of the lesson, please let me know if you spotted the Rubik's Cube over my shoulder. You guys take it easy. See you soon.